Cancer, can you hear the undercurrent waves rising inside your very home? A storm is about to break loose, fierce, unavoidable. But don't be afraid. This is not destruction. It is the doorway of liberation that the universe ordained for you long ago. In this journey, I will guide you deep into the answers. Why does God and the universe allow this confrontation to happen? What spiritual lesson is hidden within it? And how can you, Cancer, transform a storm that seems to destroy into an eternal blessing for both your family and your soul? Right now, write in the comments, I am ready to walk through the truth to find freedom. Because this is not just a phrase, it is the declaration of your soul to the universe that Cancer has found the courage to embrace a sacred destiny. If you can feel this energy, drop a like, share this video so that light and healing may spread to the many who need it. And now, let us go deeper to uncover why you, Cancer, were chosen to be the very center of this storm, and how, from within the wreckage, you will find the light of rebirth. Cancer, my dear, there is a truth you cannot deny. Your life has always been woven with threads called family. From the moment you were born, your heart was bound to home, to memory, to the ties of blood. And this is no accident. In astrology, Cancer is ruled by the moon, the planet of emotion, memory, and the unconscious. And when the fourth house, the house of roots, lineage, and family, is activated, family conflict is no longer a mundane matter. It becomes the mirror reflecting your entire inner world. Look at the natal chart of Cancer, and one thing is clear. You can never truly detach from the concept of family. No matter how far you go, no matter how high you rise, deep in your heart you still carry the image of the old home, the words of your mother, the silence of your father, the memory of a family meal, filled with tension no one dares to name. The moon, your guide, waxes and wanes in endless cycles, and so does your family life. Never still, never silent. Silent tensions, hidden secrets, unnamed wounds, all of them gather within your fourth house. And you, Cancer, are the one who bears this energy. You are the living witness to what has been left unresolved through generations. The conflict you face today is not of your making. It is inheritance. The inheritance of words never spoken, of wounds buried, of silences mistaken for peace when in truth they were cracks beneath the foundation. Family conflict does not always begin in the present. Most often, it comes from history that was never healed. I have seen it in hundreds of Cancer charts. The patterns repeat. A grandmother who lived her whole life in silence. A mother who endured pain she never voiced. And then a child is born, with the Cancer imprint, chosen to carry what was left behind. That is why I believe every conflict in the Cancer family is not a mistake. It is a sacred mission. You were chosen to resolve what your ancestors could not, to end the cycle of silence. And here is one truth I want you to remember. Truth may hurt, but truth sets you free. The Cancer family often chooses silence to keep the peace. You sit at the dinner table, everyone smiling, talking, but with just one glance, you know the tension has never left. And once again, you choose silence. You sacrifice your own truth for a fragile peace. But silence does not heal. It only feeds the wound, and one day it erupts as conflict, forcing everyone to face it. This is the human lesson. Only when truth is revealed can the family break free from its chains. Cancer, perhaps you have lived this moment before. One evening, your family gathered around a warm meal. Laughter, fragmented conversations, peaceful on the surface. But then, one stray remark, one subject tied to the past. Suddenly, the air changes. Someone goes silent, someone puts down their chopsticks, someone sighs, and you sit there, your heart tightening, knowing this peace was only skin deep. This is the experience every Cancer knows, and it tells you some truths must be spoken. Without them, the whole family will remain in darkness. I want to invite you now. Stop and ask yourself, have you ever felt the heavy silence in your family? Write your experience in the comments below. Because when you share, you do not just free yourself. You send a message into the universe. I am ready to face the truth and heal. In mysticism, there is a concept called family karma. These are the unfinished lessons of previous generations passed down to the next. And Cancer, with your tender, sensitive heart, you are always the one chosen to carry it. I believe you were not born into your family by chance. You came here with a reason. And that reason is to release what was buried. Perhaps your family holds secrets never told. Perhaps painful events were hidden for fear of shame. Perhaps there are wounds everyone tried to forget. But the universe never forgets. It chose you, Cancer, to cut the cycle. I see family conflict as a mirror. It does not come to defeat you. It comes to show you this is where healing must happen. If you feel breathless when you hear a relative speak, that is a sign you have not forgiven the past. If you feel drained at gatherings, that is a signal something needs to be spoken. So instead of fearing conflict, I ask you to see it as the door to your freedom. One of the greatest lessons for Cancer is this: dare to speak truth with love. Not all truths must be shouted. Some truths can be whispered, yet they can save an entire generation. When you speak with courage, you free yourself, and you give others permission to free themselves too. And in speaking your heart, you teach your family, real love does not come from hiding, but from sincerity. Picture a house. From the outside, it still stands, but within its walls are cracks. People live in it, pretending all is well. But with one strong wind, the house could fall. Cancer, you are the one who sees the cracks. You cannot look away. You were chosen to point them out, to mend them, to rebuild the foundation. That is why you are here, now, in this very moment. If this feels true in your heart, write below: I am ready to face family karma and reclaim the truth. Remember, when you write this, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe. You are no longer afraid. And now, the greatest question remains: when the conflict erupts, what truly collapses, and what new thing will be built? Cancer, my dear, it is time we step into that crucial moment when the storm truly breaks within your family. If before we spoke of cracks in the foundation, here we enter the hour when all that has been suppressed can no longer be contained. In astrology, each time Saturn squares the moon, limits and repressed emotions within the family are forced into the light. Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and raw truth, will not allow you to keep living in soft illusions. It compels you to face what you buried. And Pluto, the planet of destruction and rebirth, when it touches your fourth house, the house of roots and family, no secret can remain hidden. Everything swept under the rug will be dragged into the open. And Cancer, the soul of the family, will stand at the very eye of this storm. This is the stage where the storm is no longer a distant prospect. It has already knocked on your door. I want you to listen with your heart, not with fear. This is not punishment. This is purification. In decades of reading and decoding birth charts, I have witnessed countless families pass through raging waves. And I realized one truth: what is false will always fall away. The walls built of silence, the smiles that hide the truth, the everything's fine masks, all of them collapse when Pluto arrives. You may feel pain, you may feel loss, but the truth is this: the storm only sweeps away what is not real. What is love, what is sincerity, will remain. I know, Cancer fears conflict. You love reunion, you long for peace. But there are moments when confrontation is necessary, not to divide, but to end the cycle of mistakes. Generations in your family may have chosen silence, endurance, or to look away. But when it comes to you, the universe gives a different mission. Break the cycle. Confrontation is not an ending. It is an opening. It is like cutting away a festering wound. Painful, yes, but only then can healing begin. Perhaps you will hear a sentence spoken in your family, a truth buried for decades, suddenly released. It may come from a relative you never thought would dare to say it, and in that moment, you know, nothing will ever be the same again. It could be a secret from the past, an injustice that was hidden, a painful truth everyone avoided. That moment, the room falls silent, your heart pounds, and you feel it, the storm has truly begun. Cancer, I want you to picture this: a forest, dry with fallen leaves. One spark ignites. The forest roars in flames, the fire burns fiercely. But when it is over, the soil is richer, ready for new life. So it is with conflict in your family. The greater the fire, the greater the chance for rebirth. Do not fear when everything shakes. If it trembles, it was never truly solid. Your task is not to extinguish. Your task is to stand there, to observe, to learn, to find the truth. Pause with me here. I want to ask you, do you believe truth can heal rather than destroy? Write it in the comments to affirm your belief. For when you affirm it, you are not only answering yourself, you are sending a message to the universe. I choose truth, not illusion. Be prepared for tears. When hidden things surface, someone may feel pain. Someone may feel anger. But remember this, tears are never the sign of collapse. They are the beginning of healing. You may witness a family member cry, forced to speak what they have held inside a lifetime. You may shed tears yourself when you hear the truth. But after those tears comes relief, as if a hidden burden has been lifted from your shoulders. When Pluto moves, you may feel your family is falling apart, but in truth, it is only being restructured. What is built on falsehood will fall. What is built on truth will endure. This is the message I want you to etch into your soul. Do not judge the storm by the chaos at its start. Wait until the dust settles. Then you will see. What remains is what was always eternal. Do you know? In every religion, in every spiritual path, there is one common point. Truth liberates. God said, the truth will set you free. Astrology says truth is the light Pluto brings after the dark. So even if truth shakes you, remember it does not come to destroy you, it comes to make you stronger. It comes to make you free. Picture an abandoned garden, weeds choking the earth, trees withered. Then a great rain falls, washing away the waste, refreshing the soil, readying it for new life. The family storm is the same, destruction for rebirth. It is the opening of a door. At first uncomfortable, but beyond it, life awaits. If you see your family's reflection in this story, right now, I choose to face the truth to be set free. This is not just a sentence, it is a vow you send to your soul and to the universe. Cancer, engrave this within you. The storm does not come to destroy you. It comes to teach you one thing. Love and sincerity are the only real foundation of family. And from here, another door will open. Because conflict does not end in your home. It shapes how you love and how you are loved. Come with me now to the place where we will explore how, from the ruins of family conflict, Cancer learns the lesson of love and forever changes the way you build the relationships that matter most. Cancer, my dear, after the family storm erupts, you will realize one thing. Family conflict never ends inside the four walls of the house. It seeps into every corner of your heart. It becomes the pattern of how you love, how you hold on, and even how you let go. In astrology, the moon rules Cancer. It is not only emotion, memory, the subconscious, it is also how you learn to love. What you witnessed in your family as a child is etched into your heart. It becomes the background music of your love life. If in your childhood, you saw your parents stay silent to keep the peace, you grow up believing silence keeps love. If you saw someone always sacrifice themselves for harmony, you too believe love equals endless sacrifice. And this is why so many Cancers enter love with their whole heart, but end up exhausted. Because you are repeating the family script. I have observed hundreds of Cancers in my consultations, and there is one pattern. Many of you confuse love with sacrifice. You think, give everything, remain silent, put their happiness above your own, that is love. But the truth is, that silence is what drains your soul. Love does not demand that you lose yourself. True love is where both can be themselves, both can be heard, both can be respected. This is where I want you to pause and ask yourself. In your past relationships, did you love by losing yourself, or by walking side by side? There is one lesson the universe wants Cancer to carve deep. Love is not born of endless endurance. Love is born of truth and mutual respect. Think back. How many times have you bitten your tongue, afraid to lose them? How many times have you swallowed tears, thinking if you spoke, love would end? And then you discovered, silence did not preserve anything. It only made your heart lonelier. The truth is, anyone who leaves you because you dared to live your feelings was never truly yours. Truth does not destroy love. Truth only strips away false love. Cancer, perhaps you have been in a relationship where you gave everything. Every caring word, every quiet sacrifice, every dream set aside, only to receive silence, or worse, indifference. And one night, lying still, you asked yourself, is this really love? Or is it just the replay of what I saw in my family? The moment you asked that question, the universe whispered, it is time you learn a new lesson about love. I know, when it comes to love, Cancer always carries a heart full of scars, but it is these very scars that make you human, compassionate, able to feel the pain of others. So trust me when I say this, what you have endured was never meaningless. It has been the school of your soul. Every time you cried for love, you did not lose. You moved closer to recognizing what real love truly is. And real love, Cancer, will never demand that you trade yourself away. I want you to affirm this for yourself. Write in the comments, "I choose real love, not silence." Because when you write it, you are declaring to the universe, "I am ready to step into a new chapter of love." In many Cancer charts, when Venus, the planet of love and harmony, passes through the fourth house, family conflict teaches one lesson. Love cannot be built on false foundations. If you grew up in a house where silence was used to cover wounds, then as an adult, you unconsciously choose relationships where silence holds the peace. But when Venus lights the fourth house, the universe forces you to see that no longer works. It is time to relearn from the beginning: love, truth, respect. One thing I must emphasize: love is not a battlefield where you sacrifice until you collapse. I have heard many Cancers say, "If I love sincerely, I must endure everything." But that is not love, that is dependence. True love does not make you fear losing, it makes you feel safe. It does not demand your silence, it invites your voice. It does not close your heart, it opens it. Imagine one afternoon sitting beside your partner. You feel something is wrong, you want to speak it, but fear holds you back. You choose silence. They look at you, yet do not truly understand you. And between you, a nameless emptiness grows. How many times, Cancer, have you lived this scene? How many times have you chosen silence to keep someone near, when in truth, that silence was the very thing killing the love? Cancer, I want you to remember this. The greatest love you must learn is the love for yourself. When you love yourself, you will not accept relationships that force you into silence. You will no longer chase love through endless sacrifice. You will choose relationships where you can breathe, where you can speak, where you can cry, where you can laugh, without judgment. And when you choose self-love, you will attract love that is real, healthy, and lasting. Write in the comments, "I love myself and I deserve true love." Because when you declare this, you are setting a new boundary. And the universe will send to you only those who honor that boundary. Picture your heart as a garden. If you only water it with silence and sacrifice, it dries out and weeds take over. But if you begin to water it with truth, tend it with self-love, that garden blooms, and only those truly worthy will enter to share its flowers with you. Cancer, now you understand. Real love is not born of silence, but of sincerity and respect. You have learned that love is not about losing yourself, but about finding yourself in the presence of another. But the journey does not end here. For conflict does not only shape love, it opens another door, the door to your finances and your career. So the question becomes, when the ice within family melts, when love transforms, how will your prosperity be released? Come with me as we explore the mysterious connection between conflict, wealth, and the path of success for Cancer. Cancer, my dear, by now you have seen, family conflict does not come to destroy you, it comes to liberate you. And after truth is spoken, after tears are shed, after pain is named, a new door opens, the door that leads to prosperity. In astrology, Jupiter is called the planet of luck, expansion, faith, and abundance. When Jupiter passes through the second house, the house of finances, personal resources, or the eighth house, the house of shared resources, transformation, the barriers that once held you back begin to dissolve. For Cancer, this is profoundly important. Why? Because your financial flow is not only about personal effort, it is tied to emotional and family energy. If you have felt that no matter how hard you work, money slips through your fingers, that is not mere bad luck. It is the result of family energy suppressed, secrets left untold, wounds unhealed. When conflict erupts and truth is released, that is the very moment the current of money begins to flow. Let me share a deeply personal perspective, born of more than 50 years of observing families across generations. Money is not only numbers, it is not only salary or possessions. Money is energy, and energy flows through what you hold in your heart. If you grew up in a household tense with secrets and suppressed emotions, your financial energy will also be blocked. You may work day and night, but the current is obstructed. Yet when the family reconciles, when truth is revealed, when energy flows free, so does money. Prosperity is always tied to truth. Cancer, my dear, when truth is released, financial energy is released as well. Never think that family happiness and wealth are two separate paths. They walk side by side. A heart burdened cannot open to receive abundance, but a heart healed, a family willing to face truth, prosperity arrives naturally as an inevitable consequence. Picture a great river, For years it has been dammed by heavy stones. The water still moves, but it stagnates, dark, heavy, lifeless. Then one day a storm comes, the stones are dislodged. The water surges forward, muddy at first or carrying branches and debris. But soon it runs clear again. Fresh, abundant. Cancer, you are that river. Family conflict is that storm. And after the storm, your energy flows free, bringing new life to yourself and to all around you. Think back. How many times have you felt you worked hard, yet your rewards did not match? How many times did you see others find opportunities easily while you struggled? How many times have you sensed an invisible force blocking you from prosperity? Cancer, that is not misfortune. It is the weight of family carried too long in your heart. But when that weight is lifted, everything shifts. Opportunities arrive, money flows, prosperity becomes reality. Pause with me here and ask yourself, do you believe that family reconciliation can open the gates of wealth? If you do, write it in the comments. Because when you affirm it, you are sending a message to the universe. I choose truth and I choose prosperity. The second house represents money you create yourself, your personal assets, and your confidence. When Jupiter moves through it, new opportunities arrive to increase your income, to discover your talents, to build financial security. The eighth house speaks of shared resources, investments, and powerful transformations tied to money. When Jupiter passes through the eighth, you may receive support, unexpected opportunities, or even inheritances, both spiritual and material. The fascinating truth is this: both of these houses are tied to revelation, which means when you dare to face family conflict, you are also opening the door for prosperity to enter. I believe this with all my heart. Prosperity does not come from luck, it comes from courage. When you dare to face pain, when you dare to speak the truth, when you allow the storm to pass, you are proving to the universe that you are worthy of more. And the reward the universe offers is not only peace in your soul, but prosperity in your life. I once knew a Cancer woman. For years, she worked tirelessly, but money was never enough. In her family, she carried all the responsibility. She was the one who stayed silent in every conflict. Then one day, the conflict erupted. She broke down, she cried. She finally spoke what had been held back for so long. Her family trembled. But after that confrontation, she felt light again. And something strange happened. Her work began to flow, her income rose, new opportunities arrived. She proved a powerful truth. When the heart is freed, prosperity comes of its own accord. The lesson for you, Cancer, is this: do not hold silence like a stone damming the river. Let truth flow. Let emotion circulate. Let love be itself. When the current of your soul flows clear, the current of money will flow too. Write this in the comments. I am ready to open my heart to receive prosperity. This is your declaration that you are ready to step out of burden and ready for the universe to give you what you truly deserve. Cancer, do you see? Conflict is not the end, it is the doorway to abundance. But the journey does not stop here, because after all, after the tears, after love is healed, after prosperity is released, there is one final thing. The universe is whispering, I will awaken the sacred talent of your soul. So what is that talent? How can conflict become the key to your soul's mission? Come with me to the place where the universe reveals its most sacred gift for Cancer. Cancer, my dear, after the storm of conflict, after the lessons of love, after the door of prosperity swings open, you will stand before a holier truth. Family conflict did not arrive just to change your life. It is the calling for you to step into your soul's mission. In astrology, the fourth house represents roots, family, lineage, the place you come from, and the place you carry ancestral lessons. The 12th house represents karma, spirituality, the unseen forces guiding the soul. When both are activated, it means this: the conflicts you face in your family are not merely personal events. They are sacred doors leading you into something deeper. The journey of the soul, of karma, of the mission you carried even before you were born. After years of witnessing Cancer souls walk this path, here is my truth. You are not just another member of your family. You are the chosen one. Chosen to break the silences that lasted for generations. Chosen to light the dark room where your ancestors were once trapped. Chosen to become the new beginning for an entire lineage. Often you ask yourself, why must I carry so much? Why does responsibility always feel too heavy? The answer is this: Because your soul is strong and sensitive enough that only you can bear it. Only you can transform it. The lesson the universe whispers to you, Cancer, is this. Truth does not only free you. It frees those who came before, and it frees those yet to come. Every time you speak what has never been spoken, you are not only healing yourself, you are releasing the souls in your family who carried silence for decades, and you are gifting future generations with something priceless, the freedom to live in truth. Think of it like a great tree. The roots were once wounded, diseased, but when you tend the roots, the whole tree revives. Leaves return green, flowers bloom, fruit ripens for the generations after. Picture yourself standing in a dark room, lighting the first candle. From your flame, hundreds of candles ignite. That is your power. The one who begins again. Cancer, you are the one who lights the first candle, and from your light, your lineage finds its way. I know there will be fear. Fear of losing false peace. Fear of being criticized. Fear of standing alone. But remember this. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward while fear is still in your chest. When you dare to face, dare to speak, dare to choose truth, you become the living symbol of freedom. And your courage teaches your family, teaches future generations. No one has to live in darkness forever. Right now, I invite you to affirm, I am ready to become the light bearer for my family. Write it in the comments. It is not just a sentence. It is your vow to the universe that you accept this sacred mission. When the 12th house is awakened, you may feel strange dreams, strong intuition, profound spiritual experiences. These are the whispers of your soul and your ancestors. At the same time, the 4th house trembles, showing that family events are not only worldly drama, but spiritual rites of passage. You are not only healing yourself, you are stepping into something larger. The journey of the soul, the journey of your lineage. Nothing in life is random. If you, a Cancer, stand at the heart of family conflict, this is not punishment. This is the universe choosing you, because it knows you are strong enough to guide. And the reward is not only peace, not only prosperity. The true reward is this. Your soul awakens, you discover the mission you were born to complete. Picture yourself at a bridge. Behind you, the darkness of generations past. Before you, the light of a new future. You step forward, the bridge trembles, your heart races, but with every step, the light grows nearer. And when you reach the other side, you know, you did not cross for yourself alone, you crossed for everyone who shares your blood. The truth to remember is this. You are the new beginning. You do not need to carry forever what does not belong to you. You have the right to end the cycle of silence. You have the right to speak truth. You have the right to live free, in light. And when you do, you give future generations a legacy more precious than gold. The legacy of truth, love, and freedom. Write in the comments, I am the light of my family. I shine to free the lineage. Every word you write is a prayer. Every declaration is a mark the universe will recognize. Cancer, your journey is extraordinary. From conflict to love, from tears to abundance, from pain to soul mission. And now you know, you are not just a person in a family. You are the one chosen to bring light to them all. But the journey does not end yet. Come with me to the final moment, where we will seal this sacred message and transform everything you have heard into a prayer, a vow, and the first step into your new life. Cancer, my dear, we have traveled far together, from the storm rising in your family, through the wounds, the lessons of love, to the opening of prosperity and the unveiling of your soul's mission. Now, as this story draws to its close, I ask you to pause. Take one deep breath and feel everything your heart has just lived through. First of all, I want to thank you, Cancer. Thank you for having the courage to listen all the way to the end. Thank you for opening your heart to look deeply into your own truth. Thank you for being willing to touch the pains that seemed unspeakable, only to discover the light within. You may not realize it, but every time you choose truth over silence, every time you choose light over darkness, you are doing what many generations before you could not. And I believe your ancestors, those who walked before you, are watching you now with pride in their eyes. Hold on to this. You are not alone. When you step into conflict, it may feel as though the whole world is against you. But remember, behind you stand the souls of countless generations, the ancestors who once endured silence, cheering for you to break the cycle. And more than that, the universe, God, and the spiritual guides are always with you. Every dream, every intuition, every gentle touch you cannot explain, these are reminders that you are held, you are protected, and you are walking the right path. So let us speak together a prayer, not just words, but a declaration of the soul. I accept the truth. I release the conflicts. I light the fire of my soul to guide my family and myself. I step into love, into prosperity, and into the sacred mission the universe has prepared for me. Close your eyes. Whisper this slowly, 3 times. You will feel your heart grow warm. That warmth is your soul opening a new door. The last gift I want to leave you with is this. The courage you have shown will become your legacy. Tomorrow, the conflict may still remain. Tears may still fall, but what matters most is this. You have changed. You are no longer who you were before. And from this moment on, no one can take away the light you have found. Carry this courage with you, into love, into your work, into every relationship. Remember, the one who lights the first candle will always remain a flame that never dies. If this journey has touched your heart, declare it now by writing in the comments, I am ready to live in my truth, my love, and my sacred mission. This is not just a sentence. It is a covenant between you and the universe. And if you believe this message could help someone else find light in their darkness, leave a like, share this video so that this positive energy can reach the souls who need it most. Cancer, my dear, your journey does not end here. This is only the beginning of a new chapter. Every conflict, every lesson, every tear has been guiding you closer to the wholeness of who you truly are. And remember, the universe has never placed you in a trial you were not strong enough to overcome. Go forward now, with a proud heart, with light in your hands, and with faith that you, Cancer, were never born to live in the shadows. You were born to be the light that leads a generation. And so I leave you with this blessing. May every conflict become a doorway to liberation. May every tear become the seed of joy. And may your path always be illuminated by love and by the protection of the universe. Thank you for walking this journey with me. And don't forget, if you are truly ready, write it, feel it, share it. That is how you affirm the change not just for yourself, but become the guiding light for others.